Okay, I guess this is the official start of the stream. Um, I'm gonna start in about 5 minutes because I need to wait. I need to eat lunch and uh, also need to, let people know that I'm streaming. And yeah, just give some people some time to join the stream. So welcome, Delta Wulu. Hi, Paka. I just made. Anyway, if you're interested in what I'm eating right now, I just made macaroni with chicken meatballs and onions with pesto sauce, and it's too hot right now, so I'm gonna probably have to eat it later. It's kind of hard to eat while playing a game, but I don't know, I'll figure it out. You might experience some lag in the stream. It might be like my internet, but like in order to like do 720p 60 fps, it's not really like perfect and being consistent. Hopefully it won't be that bad. Like no one like let me. I did a stream yesterday and no one really let me know about it. But like until I watched it back. So I guess I should get started then. To be honest, I'm a lot less excited to stream compared to yesterday. But I think I'll have stuff to say. So I guess I'm just gonna assume you don't know what this is. You might not even know what Sonic 1 is. You don't even know why there's someone yelling at me for not moving. So I guess I'll start from the beginning. Back in like December of 2020, a friend of mine who's also in the community named, who I'll just call her by Kilo for now. She's kind of known for like having a lot of ideas and then kind of like showcasing like the bare bones of those ideas. And one of her ideas, which interested me, was the idea of a VTuber and Sonic 1. Now, like, I never watch VTubers. I really don't really know much about them. But what intrigued me about this was just the idea of having like this character that's just constantly on screen and kind of commenting on the game you're playing. And I thought, you know, it might be fun to animate it and kind of like what Kilo made was just 4 screenshots of like different facial expressions reacting to different things happening on screen, which you can find on the contest page. Yeah, okay. I did that last stream with the mouse cursor. So... okay, I forgot where I was. Hey, Jay. So... I guess if I'm not talking, I might as well play the game. So anyway, how she made that mock-up was pretty much just like making a simple object, which I think showed it on the screen, and then that's it, and then she just edited the faces to make the mock-ups. Like she edited the screenshots. So yeah, my goal is to make it into its own thing, which, you know, isn't as simple as it would be if this was like a PC game. Like, it's not as simple as just putting like the animation in front of the screen, because you have to mess with VRAM and stuff. You have to, like, there's different parts of the game, and you have to make it like work with all those parts. So pretty much, right when I finished my second year, or halfway through my second year of college for winter break, those couple days before like I had to go visit my family for Christmas, I just put together this hack. Just having the character react to things. This was version 1. Red Hot Sonic did a hack showcase, which was really, like, greatly appreciated. And, you know, I thought it was a fun little thing. It was fun thinking up ways that, like, a character could kind of react to you doing stuff in the game. And then Kilo pretty much just drew whatever faces I requested. Although I did a couple of faces on my own, like the blinking, and and like just the simple edits. I also all I really did for faces was just like move the eyes and make her blink. I also edited the ears to twitch, just to make the character feel like a little bit more alive. Anyway, so I kind of just released it, and then like had like plans for a second version that I kind of sat on for a while. Then, in like the last week and a half before the contest changes deadline, I realized I had like finished what I had planned to do for the other hacks for the contest I was working on, and thought I'd decide to make a second version like pretty quickly. Like, I did spend a lot of time on it, but it was just in the span of a couple days with the help of Delta Wulu. And so we did a bunch of stuff. We made it run better, in Labyrinth Zone, it used to be a problem where if you got invincibility, the water surface would like unsink and kind of like flash up and down. So we added a bunch of missing the word, optimizations, that's it. Uh-oh. Okay, that's not good. And as you can see, this is still pretty buggy. This is kind of a rush job. And yeah, so having invincibility with a shield kind of messes with the graphics. That's something I didn't know about until recently. And so Delta was very helpful in grabbing the voices and just like implementing them with the faces. And so yeah, there's still a bunch of bugs left over. There's still things I wanted to do. Like since the beginning I wanted to fix the title screen. Like if you look at the Sonic hacking contest screenshot, you'll notice that Sonic is a different color than it used to be. That's because when I was making this hack, one of the challenges of making this was that I had to have Sonomy constantly on screen. Which, you know, with the Genesis's limited palette, that's kind of hard to do, because like the game already just like doesn't really fade Sonic's palette, at least when fading in. But pretty much the thing is this palette has to be constantly loaded, so like nothing using this palette can fade out. And you know, people have noticed the kind of weirdness during transitions, but like I think it's kind of subtle enough that it works. But yeah, I really like these choices for things she says. But yeah, as you could have just seen, that's kind of a instance of like a weirdness when fading out. Like instead, like things that use this palette line just blink out of existence. Anyway, back to the title screen. I didn't want to make it so. Well, I mean, the title screen doesn't use Sonic's palette. Okay, I don't remember the details of what I did to the title screen. But the thing is, I made it so it uses Sonic's palette. And the thing about the title screen is that the third and fourth palette lines, they don't really... They're just reused from Green Hill Zone, so they could easily be optimized to just like have the background not use those colors that Green Hill Zone uses, but like not for the background. But yeah, that's something that we didn't get to. Hey Vada, hey Philip Murphy, sorry. It's always nice to hear from a developer. There should be more watching this, as it's kind of information as well as hacking contest. Yeah, I agree. As I've been saying on the Discord, I think, you know, developer commentary offers something different from like first impressions. That like, I'm invested in. I don't know about other people. Like, you know, I'm not gonna judge people for not liking developer commentary. Hey, random name. So I guess we can move on to some of the things that Sonomy actually does. She kind of, when nothing's really happening right now, she kind of moves her eyes a bit and like twitches her ears and just blinks and moves her head around. Okay. I just read, Vodapega said that he was tempted to sign up for the developer commentary thing, the developer stream, but didn't think it was a good representation for Hellfire Saga. And yeah, I can relate to that. Like, I don't think I'm a very good streamer, like, especially since this is like my 3rd stream. Very inexperienced, and like sometimes, like, you know, I go too long without saying anything, or maybe I have too much to say and it's hard for me to get my words out. But, you know, I'm just gonna try to go for it anyway and see how it turns out. One thing that's nice about having someone else do the sounds for you is that you don't, like, you know, when you're making music, when you're writing music, it's easy to, like, when you're making any kind of art, it's easy to get, like, bored of what you make. And, you know, on top of that, if you add, like, sounds to, like, video games, that can easily get obnoxious, which can make you, like, even more, like, bored of it. But, like, since someone else did the sounds for me, it's very nice and, like, even kind of surprising. Like, I'm still not used to hearing this stuff, because, you know, for most of the time this hack has existed, she's just had no voice. Okay, Vodapega said, oh, it's not that I wouldn't be able to say anything, it's more about, like, not being able to answer anything related to Hellfire since I only have a minor role in the project. Yeah. Yeah, of course, like... Yeah, I can totally understand that. Like, I'm gonna be in the same position when I stream it later. Okay. That's something I didn't change, is the continue palette. That's using the wrong palette, because I shifted palettes around for the continue screen just to make things look better. I'm surprised how well I'm able to mindlessly just play Sonic 1. Like, I'm not paying attention at all and I still got 2 Chaos Emeralds. So, yeah, some of the things... Okay. First things first, when playing this hack, if you're standing on a moving platform, jump as much as possible. You might have already seen why, but that's a bug. So some of the things Sonomi does, she says, "Oh no," when you get hurt. She doesn't like getting hurt. She doesn't like it when you get hurt. She gets impatient if you're, like, standing around for too long, or if you're forced to do, like, Marble Zone or Spring Yard Zone stuff of just waiting around on, like, waiting for a platform to move. Yeah, she's pretty happy, like, when you get shields and stuff. She likes it when you go fast for, like, a period of time. She likes it when you, like, do, like, a combo of getting multiple enemies at once. She gets excited when you get a life. She doesn't like it when you have at least 50 rings and then you get hit like this. See, she does, like, a different reaction, because, yeah, and then, you know, if you get punished in this game, things are gonna happen. If you have iframes, like, you're blinking and you're in a position of vulnerability, she'll get, like, kind of scared, because, like, any second you lose the invulnerability and possibly get hurt. And, like, I still have a lot of ideas of more stuff to add. Let's see. Philip Murphy says, as for VTuber and Sonic 1, in the most part, it's just the original game with the thing on the bottom. Great on the technical side, but... Yeah, I totally get that. Like, you know, a lot of hacks kind of do that. Like I said, I mainly just did this for fun, not really because I felt this was a game I wanted to play. And, you know, I also thought it's something other people might enjoy, because, you know, VTubers are kind of a trend. You know, it's just a little concept hack. Will there be more Vatapega? Is asking if there's more to the project later on. You know, I'm not sure on that. Like, it kind of has to depend. It has to depend on my willingness to work on it. You know, like anything. I'm involved in a ton of projects, including my own Sonic Next Genesis, which is still being worked on, although it hasn't really been worked on much this year. You know, and those are the kind of stuff I'd rather get done. You know, at least at the moment. It's probably the kind of thing where, like, I get a sudden re-interest in doing it later on, like maybe next year's contest or something. Like, yeah. Philip Murphy says, I'm personally a WordPress reviewer of the Sonic hacking community this year, but no one noticed because I just decided to do it without telling anyone. Yeah, you should really promote your work. Like, you know, if you told me, I'd definitely check that out. I'm really interested in reviews of hacks. Like, I've watched RHS's reviews and Stuff We Play's reviews, like, you know, multiple times, just because, you know, this is something I'm working on, and, you know, I want to see what other people's thoughts are, and, like, seeing how things come together and stuff like that. Okay, here's the issue, here's the bug. This is the worst bug in the game, I hated it. The thing, I used to think this was like I noticed this in Labyrinth Zone, and I used to think this was like a splash thing, like it's playing the splash sound when it shouldn't, but what actually is happening is that she's saying an impatient sound, and the thing is they're supposed to set a flag. A flag is set the first time she says it, so she doesn't say it again until it's clear when she's like not impatient anymore. But it's just saying it every frame. Here's another thing I added was links to a bunch of Discord servers that I'm in and like that I really want to support and share around. In the first zone, I have a link to my Discord server, which you can check in the description of the stream. This is the Wooloo Lounge, made by Delta Wooloo, who helped me on this project. I'm also a mod there. So yeah, go check that out if you want. I think that over here used to be the place where that extra life was, but like I had to move stuff around, because the thing is, this is taking up VRAM space that like explosions and monitors and stuff are using, so I can't have them on the screen at the same time. So yeah, I had to move stuff around when it comes to those secrets. So I guess there's not really much more for me to talk about, is there? I can try to remember stuff, like, I can try to remember, what exactly other stuff I wanted to add. But, you know, remembering takes effort. So I think for now, maybe I'll just focus on the game. see if anything comes up. I guess one thing to say is, when she goes super fast, I added a delay in the sound, because if you're like keep going like lower, like faster and slower than the threshold, then she'll just like keep saying it and it's kind of annoying. Although the thing is that kind of affected other stuff that makes her happy. And yeah, another thing I have to change. This link no longer works. And like I have no idea why. I'm a mod at the Rocky Mountains, which is the Discord server of my friend Jay Currian. So yeah, that kind of sucks to like have the Discord link just go inactive. Oops. Oh, I'm not going back up there. Wait a minute, I just noticed something. I made this way too easy. The original game, you have to use this platform. But like I had to like space things out in order to show the link. And that ended up with that being too low, so... yeah, that's something we gotta fix. Spanner says... Hey Spanner, should have put Perone in it. Peroni, I don't know how to pronounce that. That's... oh yeah, that's who we got the clips from. That's who's pretty much the voice actor of Sonomy, I guess you could say. You know, unwillingly, like it's a YouTube poop or something like that. I don't really know, like, you know, as you can tell by like me not being able to pronounce her name, I don't really know much about her. Like I don't really, like, the thing about Sonomy is that the sprites are already made. So, you know, I don't know how to make, I'm not that good at making sprites. Like, I could give it a try, but, like, this is a character I have really no attachment to, so, like, I don't really feel motivated to do it. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to add is sort of make this into, like, a game mode. Like, you have to, like, think of, like, Undertale, the Metaton, I think the Metaton EX fight or something like that, where you have to, like, please an audience in order to, like, progress through the fight. I was thinking of something like that, just, like, you have to intentionally, like, maybe screw up and make funny things happen. But yeah, I really need to develop that idea into something if I really want to implement it. Because, of course, there's probably going to be very easy ways to cheese that. Philip Murphy said, didn't know we were all into technical side of things, everyone on live chat. Some might be not 100% with me still, it's fine. I noticed the Discord plug in SpringYard there, lol. Yeah. Yeah, like a lot of the people in the chat right now are kind of like other people in the hacking community, like a lot of them are participating in the contest. And of course, Spanner's kind of like part, like, you know, staff of the contest. You know, I think the main reason why I implemented Sonomy just being annoyed by standing around on moving platforms is just because my least favorite thing in this whole game is just these things in Spring Yard. Like, it's just so tedious. I hate it. Like, I always hate having to go up it. Like, I always wish there was a way around it, and like, I'm very happy when there is. And, you know, sometimes it teases me with like a secret, so that I might think ends up with me, like, allowing me to avoid it, but it's just like a dead end. So, you know, it's kind of nice to get that out. Like, Sonic 1 has its charm, but it's not, like, a perfect game. Like, I tend to mainly hack Sonic 1. Just because it's easier to hack a game that you kind of know, like, inside and out, that isn't that big, rather than, you know, a huge hack, a huge game like that you might like more, but has a lot more to it. Yeah. You know, I have a lot of regrets when it comes to how this turned out, like Delta Lulu does. You know, but, you know, it is what it is. Philip Murphy said, what about the water levels like Labyrinth? Or is that just an acceptable annoyance? The thing about Labyrinth is that it's challenging. The things in Spring Yard Zone aren't challenging. Like, there's no challenge to this. Oh, now there's a challenge since I want to jump to keep her from doing the weird glitch where she makes noise. But there's not really much of a challenge there. Like, there's the threat of being crushed, but I kind of hate crushing things because that's just instant, like, worse punishment for kind of making a wrong move. I don't think that's really a deserved punishment, but, like, you know, kind of necessary, because otherwise you just have characters stuck in walls. Well, like, Labyrinth has the water thing, which, you know, that's also an instant death thing, but that's also a thing you can kind of work with. It's... I mean, I guess if you really think about it, those are really, like, kind of the same thing, maybe. As you can notice, these are the Sonic 2 stars. The reason for doing that instead of the Sonic 1 stars is due to the Sonic 1 stars being super laggy and just, like, not really caring enough to try to figure out how to optimize it. It's a lot easier just to port the Sonic 2 stars from Sonic 2. Like, the Sonic 1 stars are so laggy that it caused the water surface, like, desyncing issue I mentioned earlier. Philip Murphy said, the only speed levels is Green Hill, the top part of Starlight Zone, when you think about it. Yeah, that's true. You know, in Sonic games, like, even if you don't, like, get speed all the time, sometimes... Like, I mean, sometimes you appreciate not having speed all the time. Like, you know, I get what they're, you know, trying to do of not, like, making this game super easy all the time. You know, but at the same time, the other games just did it way better. I should make her surprised when you die during, like, after defeating the boss. I should do that. So, see if I can remember that. If you're wondering how the voices got in, Marky Jester made sound driver, PCM driver that is, called Dual PCM, which allows for playing two pretty much drum channels at the same time. So I have PCM1 just used for the in-game music of having like drums, and then PCM2 is for voices. I used the Flex Ed version, which was like more difficult to install than the original version. Like Flex Ed is an updated version of that sound driver, but the original version like wasn't featured enough for it to really be useful here. Dual PCM Flex Ed is also the PCM thing that Amps uses, but I didn't really want to go all the way in for adding amps when like I wanted all the sounds to remain the same, like remain accurate to the original. Like, I mean, amps can make things accurate to the original, but you know, I just didn't want to add stuff unnecessarily. Philip Murphy said, actually thinking we should add an option menu to change the VTuber. Yeah, that's something I thought about. Okay, here's what I've been keeping from you all in the stream so far. You notice the water looks very different. And that's because, yeah, maybe my neglecting of bugs, or playtesting at least, may be due to me spending so much time on just changing Labyrinth Zone to be something very different. So as you can see, Sonic goes dark, Sonomy doesn't, even though they use the same palette line, and this is the shadow and highlight mode, which is very underutilized and something I really like a lot. It's a mode that, you know, adds transparency to stuff, like basic transparency, like a dark thing, like makes it light, makes it dark, and you can't really have, like, if you have transparent sprite, if you have a transparent sprite overlapping another sprite, it's just gonna like cut out the other sprite and you'll see the background behind it. But yeah, here we go. No more bubbles, we just have these air pockets. And this is something I've been just wanting to add to a hack, so I thought why not add it to VTuber and Sonic 1 if I'm already gonna take advantage of using the shadow and highlight mode to make it so Sonomy doesn't look like she's going underwater, even though that doesn't really make sense. So what we sacrifice is having the green tint, but I think it like works really. I really like how it turned out. There's still some bugs. I had to put a lot of work into more VRAM stuff in order to make these bricks show up. As you can see, there's a little bit of artifacts, I guess you could call it, when it comes to the background, and that's because the background is all sprites and things are kind of approaching the per line sprite limit. It has to be made out of sprites in order for this to work, so that just because of how shadow and highlight mode works, it's kind of complicated. I guess I can explain it if you really want me to. Yeah, this is just re-implementing this beta feature. There's another Sonic hack called Sonic Kawarino, which does this, but still retains the mid-line color change thing, which, you know, is done by some... How it's achieved is some palette trickery, pretty much, like swapping it out once you get into the pocket. And, you know, I think that works well too, but yeah, personally I'm just biased towards my own version of this. And I guess I got kind of lucky with Kawarino not being in the contest to kind of like overshadow this inclusion, even though I've been downplaying it for like ever since I released the hack, just because I wanted it to be more of a surprise. Something I should have included in the description of this stream is that this hack is open source. I should have put the link in the description. Maybe I'll do it later on, like between hacks. Once I finish this one. In the stream, I mean, to clarify. Yeah, one thing that's neat about having, okay, so pretty much how this works is that there's a VDP, shadow and highlight mode, which like changes a bit of how colors end up showing up. And what I did is I had that, that be enabled like in the middle of the line rather than the color swapping in the middle of the line, and the middle of like the scan line, like while the screen is being drawn. And what's neat about this mode, rather than changing colors, is that you don't get the artifacts that happens on like Blastum and Exodus and Real Hardware. Though you still get those artifacts from me not figuring out how to fix that bug. Which are very unrelated if you can't tell. Because this is on Fusion. Ooh, nice save. I've honestly never, like, gotten all the emeralds in, like, a normal playthrough of Sonic 1, where, like, with no save states or anything, so it'd be funny if I just ended up doing that. I think it might be too late for me, though. I'm already on the 4th zone. And I don't think Scrap Brain has rings. Okay, I'm almost there. Just have to get back. Philip Murphy said, quite nice part of Labyrinth Zone, the brick bits without water, actually. Yeah, I'm glad you like that. It's very much a simplified version of what's actually in the prototype. Just so I don't have so many mappings on screen and causing sprite flickering and all that. Come on, let me get to this emerald, please. Philip Murphy said, probably expect that most people who try this out is not using real hardware, only those who are that bothered about it. Well, I know a lot of people use Blastum. So, that they might... I mean... If you're talking about the artifacts. But yeah, the artifacts are also covered up. Like, not covered up, because they're always in front of everything else. Damn it. But they're kind of distracted by the water surface object. Delta Wulu said, speaking of real hardware, has anyone tried this on real hardware yet? Yeah, I don't know. Red Hot Sonic, in his playthrough of version 1, tried it on real hardware and encountered some bugs. There's this weird bug where the thing was object data it's overflowing into the color RAM, resulting in weird colors underwater. And that I thought I fixed by doing like a dumb solution that didn't fix anything, but I actually fixed that for this version, which I'm very happy with. But yeah, I linked Red Hot Sonic's video on the old version of this hack in the description of the Sonic Hacking Contest page. You may have noticed that the bubbles are now transparent. That's just me taking advantage of the transparency allowed by the shadow and highlight mode. Another thing to note is that one issue that we encountered was that in the special stage, Sonomy wasn't making any noise, and it turns out that was because the special stage's music uses 6 FM channels instead of 5 FM channels and 1 PCM channel, which I guess is now 2 due to dual PCM, but they kind of act as one in some ways. But I digress. So anyway, the thing about like using 6 FM channels instead of 5 is that you can't use the PCM when you're using all those FM channels, which is why Sonomy was quiet. I had to change the level design a little bit to kind of accommodate for the air pockets. Like, I think that what I really liked about adding the air pocket idea is that I didn't really have to change the levels design, because I think the levels were designed for air pockets, and by using this chunk in places where air pockets would be necessary, and you know, that didn't really follow through for all the levels, for like all instances. Like, there are parts, I think, in Labyrinth Zone 3 and Scrap Brain 3 which needed air pockets added, otherwise it would be impossible to go that far without dying. Philip Murphy says it seems to be much better hack since you did for that video, that's for sure. Yeah, thanks. You know, if you really put your like mind to it, you can accomplish a lot in like a week and a half. Okay, one thing I wanted to add is, she gets kind of, scared. Makes Sonomy get kind of scared when you're close to the goal. And that's kind of hard to do, because you pretty much, like, have to, like, track, you have to, like, you have to figure out, like, where the nearest goal post is, and then, like, see how close it is. That's kind of too much for the time we gave ourselves. It could be a future edition though. But it's interesting to think about how like some editions would be like as simple as just setting it so she does a face at like a certain point in the code, and then some of them require just adding a ton of new stuff. See, this is an air pocket I had to add. This wasn't originally here. Don't believe. Or actually, maybe I'm thinking of the one later on. Because the one later on is one after this that I definitely had to add. It's so weird to me that I've played this game so much and I still don't, like, fully know how all the levels are. Like, there's a lot of intricacies to this game, and that kind of keeps it fresh. But No! Oh wait, button. Blind. Okay. I'm blind and panicking. Forgot to... Okay. I bet you're wondering what's going on with the heads of the buzz bombers. No, not the buzz bombers, the burrow bots. The thing is... Okay, here's a new thing that... You know, there's a lot of drawbacks to Shadow Highlight Mode, and the main thing is that if you want something to be shadowed, it has to be low priority, which means you can't hide objects under it because low priority objects go above low priority background planes. So I had to add objects which hide the objects, and I forgot to add it for this boss. And I tested Labyrinth Zone a lot, but I never got to the boss. No. Delta Wooloo said that he encountered a bug where he managed to load 2 water surface objects for some reason. Okay. Also, in my server, Joe Nick ROS also encountered a bug in Scrap Brain Zone Act 1, where if you go in like the upper path, another Sonic ends up spawning. And the thing about another Sonic spawning is that if he dies, then you die, because like the game doesn't know which is the real Sonic. Like obviously the real Sonic is the one the camera's focused on, but like the game doesn't really, you know, the game doesn't account for there being 2 Sonics, pretty much. Okay, I need to be more careful. Fortunately, I gathered a lot of lives. That's it. Also, I missed the I missed the Stones Discord link. It's in. They're not very well hidden. It's in. It's in Act 1. It's in like the secret shortcut, like right before the water tube. Another bug is that water tube doesn't work, and that bug originated from my porting of the Sonic 3 object managers in Sonic 1. And I have no idea why that occurs still, because I knew about it. Like, I've known about it since... I've known about it for a while. And, like, you know, of course you don't know, because I don't know. I had to move the burrow bots a little bit just to have them, like, be hidden behind, squares. Wait, why'd he go through the floor? Ah! Where'd Sonic go? That was weird. Okay, I should probably shut up and try to do this boss right, because it'd be really not good if I managed to lose like 10 lives to this boss, even though I've played Sonic 1 so many times. But I guess the thing is, you either do it first try with rings, or you don't do it at all. No! As you can see, her reactions very much line up with my reactions. Delta said it's much better to beat the boss at 50 Hz. Yeah, I know. I'm never sinking to the depths of playing this in 50 Hz. Okay, I think I might actually be doing it right this time. I should... I sound like her when I lose a life. Okay, Jay said to place the link, Discord link before anyone sees it. Everyone already saw it. So yeah, you're gonna have to live with that. I might just for the sake of making it fair, I might put the Discord link in the description of this video along with the GitHub for this hack. This time I'm just gonna... Okay, that didn't work out. I was gonna say I was gonna not lose the shield. There we go, I did it. I can hit him. Let me hit him again. And then Jay said, damn you. Philip Murphy said, Philip Mercy. Philip Murphy, sorry, but it's actually meant to be done in 60 Hz, unfortunately. Yeah. Screw all you, Europeans. You really got the short end of the stick. It annoys me that you can't destroy the bombs. Philip Murphy said, Labyrinth Zone boss, just go to the top. I never really try to hit him. Yeah, me neither. Like, I've never done the 50 Hz thing that apparently 50 Hz people can do of actually hitting him 8 times while going to the top. Like, those people are really like defacing God when they do that. But yeah, another thing, you can pause the game and press, I think it was B, pause the game and press something and then it shuts off your voice. Because I know not everyone, I know it can easily get, like, grating, and you might, and, you know, it's better than shutting off music entirely. Oh, no, I thought I didn't need to go down there. No, now it's forcing me down there. You know, people really hate... A lot of people don't like Sonic 1's special stages. But, you know, I like them. But also, I just think they're, like... I really like the difficulty of them. Like, they're not too hard. They're not timer-based like Sonic 2's special stage. Sonic 3's also has a nice difficulty. But, you know, Sonic just in the fact that there's less goals than there are red spheres, Sonic 1's special stages feel more forgiving. Oops. Yeah, that's an instance of, like, her kind of, like, saying the same thing multiple times. We've got this corridor. I like that you can kind of take, never mind. I think Sonic 1 might just be the best game to stream, for me at least, just because I know it so well and I'm not bad at it except for that boss. Another idea I had was like making her mouth like have different frames so it looks like she's talking, which would be cool to like see in a game. Like Star Fox kind of, it would be cool to see in like a 16-bit game. Like Star Fox kind of does that, except they're not really like. No, let me. Except they're not really like saying words, so maybe that doesn't like get the full effect of having like characters like feeling animated. Yeah, I'm really gonna have to figure out how to like. I need to have like a cooldown period or something for when you're going extra fast, or maybe like have the threshold like as you're going fast be lower than like having the start saying the start being excited about going fast, because it's kind of annoying the way she does it now. Why am I timing this wrong? This zone's fast, but it's also kind of dickish in that both the enemies just are indestructible. I mean, you know, technically the Orbinaut's not, and like the bomb destroys itself. But like just in that, it's very hard for Sonic to destroy them. I really like this boss. Like, it's really easy, but it's just fun having like multiple ways to hit him. Philip Murphy said, "Come to mention people do overdo the VTuber thing. Sometimes I see on YT or Twitch." Like, I think it has a place in media. Like, I don't really think people overdo it, really. I think it's kind of just... I mean, I think it's just, like, a genre. Actually, I want to go down. Like, I think for a lot of people, just having a VTuber is the preferred thing, or, like, maybe the... has, like, a lot of advantages over, like, actually showing themselves or not showing anything. But yeah, I also can see how it's kind of a thing, a trend that people will cash in on. Uh-oh. Okay, here's something I need to change. So anyway, if you don't know what the problem with that is, or if you don't know why that's happening, Sonic 3's Object Manager, Sonic 1, it loads all objects at, like, no matter the Y position, it just loads them all in once you reach an X position. Sonic 3's Object Manager takes the... Wait, why'd I go back down here? It takes the Y position into account, which can lead to things desyncing. And I didn't realize that that's a problem here. Because now it's gonna crush me. Okay, I got lucky this time. So yeah. With all the bugs, I wouldn't be surprised if I don't get very good, like, evaluations for this. You know, but, like, you know, I take having not good evaluations over, like, not participating at all. Especially with something that, like, I put a lot of work into, and, like, people seem to think it's good. Like, people get something out of it, I think. Like, I'm pretty sure people get stuff out of it. Like, Red Hot Sonic made a video just out of the old version. Like, then again, Next Genesis, the versions I put in the contest, people got stuff out of it, and those definitely didn't deserve to be in the contest, so I don't really know how I should judge. Yeah, Delta said don't feel hard about it. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just, trying to figure out if there's, like... I'm trying to justify this to myself and see if there's, like, a logical way of doing this. I really like this part at the end of Scrap Brain 1 and 2, because you get very relieved seeing these, ramps, these slopes, because it means you're at the end of the act. Because, you know, these are pretty hard levels. This is actually... Scrap Brain Zone is my favorite part of the game, just because there's so much stuff going on. I don't like that just flings you randomly. I don't think I'll ever be able to figure out how to, like, aim using those. So, oh. Took too long to talk. And that's some, there's a hack called, like, Sonic VR, which has, like, a bunch of challenges, and I don't remember if spinning on this is one of the challenges, but it should be. I highly recommend that hack. It's by, I forgot the name of the guy. But he made a ton of great hacks. Yeah, don't feel hard about it. However, heard of Labyrinth Zone Act 4 Scrap Brain 3 joke? What's the joke? Is the joke just that it's Labyrinth Zone Act 4? Or is there more to it? Scrap Brain is just made so much easier with the spin dash, because there's just so many stops and starts. Yeah, Colin C10. He made a lot of great hacks. If something says Colin C10 on it, it's gonna be a good hack. That's the guy that made Sonic VR. I think Sonic Colors has like a Sonic VR thing, if I'm not mistaken. I've never played it. But I think that's kind of the same idea. Oh, there's another, this one's probably the most well-hidden. Okay. So I missed out on the last two links, so I guess I'll just say what they are. Starlight Zones was for the Team Radiant Nexus server. Because I'm working on Sonic 1 Definitive with them. So, that part's in like a place that's kind of easy to find, but I'm not playing this consciously, so I'm not ending up in that place. And then this one's for the Mega Drive. Scrap Brain Zones link is for the Mega Drive developer. The Mega Drive developer collective. And I really like how that link's done, because it uses the palette cycle and it looks cool, and like each letter is cycling a different color. But the thing is that it's in this zone, but it's in like this very obscure shortcut that like I didn't even know about until Cybershell made a video on it. No, it's in Act 1, I think. But the thing is, like, it's the teleporter where you go back into if you have 50 rings, and then it teleports you again. Or not teleporter, really. Yeah, maybe you could consider this a teleporter. I don't know. It's a transporter. And then, like, that leads you to the part that brings you to the end of the level. Wait, no, okay. Green Hill Zones and Marble Zones are in Act 3. Labyrinth Zone and Spring Yard Zones are in Act 1, and then, so Scrap Brain Zones and Starlight Zones, those are both in Act 2. So, yeah, it's in this act. I could have found it when I died and restarted, but I don't. The thing is, you have to collect every ring up until that point, and I don't trust myself to do that. There, I got a lot of continues. It's nice. I guess I take back this thing that I said about this being a good game for me to play mindlessly, like the stream. Wasn't Sonomy supposed to cry? I think she cries when you're out of continues, and you get a game over. I really like Scrap Brain Zone, because there's just like something new behind every corner. Like, I'd like to see more, like, final zones that are like that. Or yeah, if you kill an enemy with like a certain high enough velocity, then she'll be happy about that. So, hey KCEXE, he said, gotta watch out for those pizza cutters. I might have made a mistake with that. What, wow. Yeah, this is very buggy. I'm bad at playtesting things, I guess is the point that this proves. Philip Murphy said, I'm just happy to see some hacking contest content on YouTube tonight because I have premium because I don't use this to watch gaming content. Probably gonna drown, so I should go down here. I'm intentionally not taking the shortcut, even though I always do it, just because I like showing off these air pockets. KCEXE said, oh nice, the new water effect carries over here too. And Delta said, what, Wario? She was about to say it. That one kind of jump scares you. Here's the only bubbles in the game. This is the triumphant return of the bubbles, because there's no way I could have fit in an air pocket here. This part's just like very tightly designed. Oh, we got some slowdown. I've been pretty unfortunate in that there hasn't been much slowdown in this zone. Why does it keep being in the same spot? Okay, Philip Murphy said this was a wonderful stream. Thanks for the video as Final Zone ends. You're welcome. I'm gonna, after I finish this hack, I'm gonna play through Sonic 1 Definitive and like see how far I can get in Hellfire Saga. But yeah, if you're done like watching here, that's also fine. Like this was the main event. Because my roles in those two hacks are kind of minor. Philip Murphy said, Hellfire Saga, good luck with that one. Yeah, thanks. I beat that one. I beat that version of the hack, like, right when it was finished. Like, like the night it was kind of like the final version was uploaded, I beat it. On normal. And, you know, it's kind of hard, but like very doable and pretty fun. Like it's a great experience. I might try it on like the hard mode, like not the extra hard mode, but the pretty hard mode. Here you can see the ring manager glitch where the rings persist with the fade out. This demo was broken because I had to put an air pocket there. Oh, that's the Sonic one. That's the other Sonic spawning. You know when there's another Sonic loaded in when Sonic's art becomes a mess. Philip Murphy said the super hard mode of Hellfire Saga might get more viewers for the wrong reasons. And KCEXE said Sonic broke into pieces. Uh-oh. Wow, is there really only 2 emeralds left? I wasn't paying attention. This is Sonic, or Eggman with the rings in front of his face. So yeah, that was VTuber and Sonic 1. I'm gonna take like a couple minute intermission. So yeah, I'm gonna try eating my food now that it's probably much cooler. So I'll do that. Okay, I'm back. And so now we'll be playing Sonic 1 Definitive. So what I did for this one was I did the music. I didn't do all the music, but I did a lot of the music. I did 4 songs to be exact. All of them very different in composition than like they originally were. But yeah, this was made by Team Radiant Nexus. I didn't make this song. I believe this was made by Mechanuckles. So we got some options. But yeah, I guess now that like I didn't really do much development on this, I can give this more of like a perspective of like a fan of this, because this is gorgeous. I really love the palettes. Strike peel, it's like a peel out thing. I don't want the CD spin dash. Of course, music's on, since that's really all I have to talk about for what I did. But yeah, it's a really cool menu, nice, fancy, kind of professional. Yeah, this is Sonic 1 Definitive. So, the idea for this hack is to take not only the levels in Sonic 1, but all the levels in Sonic 1, the 8-bit version too, as well as like planned kind of concept levels, and just turning them into like a whole project, which is very ambitious, but like they've gotten a ton done. Like that team's like working pretty fast. Hey, Alina03. So yeah, this is very much inspired by the beta we got in New Year's. This remix is one I did. How I pretty much make my music is that I just edit a MIDI in FL Studio. Then I make the instruments. I use the Jenny VST to make the instruments. Of course, most of the instruments here I just used from the original song. And then I use mid to SMPS to import the MIDI and the instruments. And then last thing is that I just mess with stuff, just mess with the file. Like I convert it to assembly and you know, try to mix it better and get something that sounds better and polish it up. I'm not very good at mixing, so with some of my music, like usually there tends to be like the melody being like over crowded, like the melody being too quiet compared to everything else, because I kind of want to hear like everything in the mix. I don't like prioritizing things, and I think that's to a fault, something you need to work on. This one's edit is kind of subtle. I switched some PSG and FM parts. I changed some instruments. I added the intro to when it loops, and then extended the intro to be like Moss's demo. I don't, like the demo version, which are public. And then I changed up the rhythms a bit. Like the bass line has a lot of like new like parts. The bass line is a lot bouncier, stuff like that. Hey Inferno. Inferno is like the leader of the project. But yeah, there's totally new layouts, which is great. I really love the level design. Like, this definitely, to me, deserves the level design trophy. Although I haven't seen everything yet, but like, this is kind of exceptional for what I've seen in most Sonic hacks, and I've played like maybe 1,000 of them. Way to go, me. I talked over my own music. That was the mini-boss theme that just played, but since the mini-boss, at least this mini-boss is short, people playing this demo won't really get to hear much of it, unless they, like, deliberately try to, because it is at least a minute long. But hopefully, like, there will be some longer mini-bosses in the future. But yeah, it's a nice, simple mini-boss, but, you know, effective. So this is Green Hill Zone 2, this is also a remix I did. This one's way more in depth. What I actually did was that I didn't use any external programs, this was just all in assembly editing the original Green Hill Zone remix I did to make it like new. Because that's something I've been kind of working on recently. Figuring out how to do. I don't know why I'm going backwards. So there's a lot of references in this one. It's made to sound more adventurous, it's kind of tuned down a bit. Like, this new section is actually from the Dreams Come True version of Green Hill that was made kind of recently. Also, this hack's just, like, gorgeous. This is, like, this is kind of mania levels of, like, revitalizing Green Hill Zone to be something new, but it's on the Genesis. And I really love it. Like, I love the background, all the patterns and stuff, kind of going all out with, kind of like taking the motifs of the original Green Hill Zone and kind of expanding upon it. The melody here is from the LEGO Dimensions version of Green Hill, which is, like, made to, like, sound as much like Green Hill without being Green Hill enough to, like, for, like, I believe, like, copyright reasons or something. But, like, that version just ended up being so good, so I couldn't help but add, like, an aspect of it to this. Inferno said people think it's even more of a revitalization than Mania, apparently. And then, yeah, that's gonna be added for the next demo, Delta. Oh, Delta said, I forgot to say in my evaluation, but the shields don't deflect projectiles. Yeah. Okay, so that's just a bug. So there's that new gimmick of the ball. I actually made my own version of a ball for this hack I'm collaborating on called Shima, also known as, Sonic the Hedgehog, Isle of Magnetic Artifacts, and I, just went all out back in January of spending so much time just making that ball and packing it full of features. And this ball just, even though the ball in this hack has, a lot of stuff added to it, the one I made still better. Yeah. This has, a lot less bugs compared to my hack, that's for sure. And this is way more to it. And then, I didn't do the music for this. But I think this is a pretty nice interpretation of the song. I like that pitch bend. Yeah, this was by Mecha Knuckles. It'd be nice if this got first place or best team entry, but I don't really think it stands a chance against Hellfire Saga, just because Hellfire Saga, just on the basis that it's more, it has more to it. I think this has potential to be something better than Hellfire Saga. Or at least something I enjoy more, since I know it's mainly subjective. Philip Murphy asks, do you see any streamers' reactions to your games? Or are you too busy to watch them? When I was 14 and I released Sonic Next Genesis into the contest, I kind of obsessed over seeing people's reactions. That's kind of why I did it. But now I don't really care as much. I did check out Red Hot Sonic's reaction to my boss in Hellfire Saga just to get some, because I kind of need that feedback of knowing if people figure it out right, and he did have some trouble with it, and so I know that's something I need to fix. So that's the demo. It's great. Yeah, you can see my name in the credits. One last thing I guess I might as well show off is a song that didn't really make it into the demo. So this is an original song that I just decided to make a song and say it's for the project, even though I didn't really make a decision on what it's for, and so that means that what it's for is kind of changed around a bit. So yeah, I guess I'll play it, and so enjoy. yeah, so that's it. So I guess it's time we play Hellfire Saga. So what I did for this hack was a mini boss fairly late in the game. But yeah, this hack's like amazing. Like, there's just like this just feels like a totally original thing, just with like Sonic characters and stuff. Like Sonic, like the only thing that really makes this a Sonic hack is that you're playing as Sonic. Really, like not technically since it's based on a Sonic game, but I mean like in the way it feels, because there's like just a mishmash of all these properties and stuff. But I'm gonna play this on hard mode since I completed it on normal, and I want to see if I can do it on hard. But yeah, this, like, if you thought Sonic 1 Definitive was good, this is just, like, superb. Of course, this has had way more time in development than Sonic 1 Definitive, so it's kind of understandable. But yeah, just the visuals, like, are just amazing. Like, I've been, they're mainly done by, Mr. Cat Pixel, who I'm friends with, and, like, he just makes, like, his work is just so good. Like, I can't really put into words how good it is. And he just keeps getting better. Like, I feel like he's, like, very much a core part of, making this hack exist. Like, if you want to see what this hack looks like, without his influence, check out the 2018 version. KCEXE said, usually these types of boss-based hacks aren't my cup of tea, but I can tell Hellfire has evolved into having actual layouts. Yeah. Like, if I had to, like, nitpick this, like, bosses really aren't, like, they aren't the main appeal of Sonic games for me, so it's weird having, like, a hack where bosses are the main appeal. And, like, I prefer, like, a more, like, I could stand a Sonic hack with no bosses. I couldn't really... I mean, there are Sonic hacks with just bosses, and they're fine, but, like, they feel like they could be, like, interchangeable, maybe, like, not, like, they don't really have to be Sonic. Which I guess fits this game's theme of not really feeling like a Sonic game. Okay, Delta's sad that Sonic 3 Sprite isn't here anymore. I love Sonic 3 Sprite, but I have to disagree, like, so hard. Like, it just didn't fit the visuals. He's very, like, goofy looking, and that combined with the text in the 2019 version made Sonic kind of look like... I didn't really like the portrayal of Sonic, and that's been rewritten here, and he looks better, and, like, he's a lot more likable, I think. Also, just new sprites, like, if they're good, they're always a cool thing to have. Let me know if you want me to voice hack these, or attempt to voice act them, because I might, I don't know. I kind of want to and kind of don't. KCEXC says they were changed, look like mod gen now. Yeah, pretty much. That's a cute sprite. Oh, I love this. This is my favorite song in the game. Like, I never knew I never knew of the original until I heard this. But, like, it just kind of... This is from a game called, I think it's called Rust on the PC 98 or something, or Rusty or something like that. And, like, this just showed how good the music is in that game. And, like, I really like being exposed to new soundtracks. That's something I appreciate in Sonic Hacks, which is why I like it better when it's more than just Sonic 3 music. Or when it's more than just, like, songs everyone already knows. Alright, I'm not getting in the rhythm of this at all, aren't I? Philip Murphy said, it looks good for some people, but not good for others. The game had divided people in their viewpoints. Yeah, I agree. Like, this kind of, that's just what happens whenever you, like, change up the formula of something that works, and you expose it to, like, the people who enjoy how much that works. Like, the HP system in this is completely different. And I do kind of think Sonic's original HP system is kind of flawed, in that it's, like, maybe too forgiving. Although it is also kind of my favorite that I've seen of proposed HP systems for Sonic games. Like, this works fine. I like that it gives you your health back for bosses. Like, it's kind of weird and might feel kind of pointless. Like, why even get rings if you're just gonna get the stuff back or something like that. But, you know, it works well for what it is. It's not a complaint I have. It's a nice innovation, I guess. I guess if you want a tip for how to get good at this game, just use Insta-Shield as much as you can, try to get good with that. Wow, I'm actually doing really well. Like, I know this is like the third boss. But I'm doing surprisingly well dodging this stuff. This is neat. I'm a sucker for, like, just ground breaks and suddenly you're falling. Like, that's that kind of action set piece. And then this looks really good. The change up, the change in palette, like even Sonic's palette's changed, I think. Oh yeah, and then the changing layouts too. It's a neat gimmick. Like, things end up being kind of linear this way. Like, you can make it non-linear, but it's if you're gonna do it this way, it's way easier to make it linear, and that kind of sucks. But I think it's worth it just for the gimmick. KCAXC said he's digging the shield design. Yeah, that actually originated in Mr. Cat-Pixel's hack, the Mr. Cat 16-day challenge, in which he actually like took a polygon model and sort of like just made it into a sprite. And in that hack, due to like the limits of like, it didn't really do much in terms of coding changes, and so like the result was very limited frames of animation for the shield, so it looked kind of rough. But here, like now with like more experience as well as, you know, more freedom, since like Sonic 3's shields kind of dynamically change the tiles, things are allowed to be way smoother, and it looks fitting. I like it. Although I do think kind of, I need to stop saying kind of, because I notice I say that a lot. But yeah, the one thing is just that the normal shield seems kind of pointless when you have the other shields with new abilities. Like, it's not a bad thing to have it there. It should have given me health like the last time it did. Wait, do I have to do these 2 bosses in a row? No, I don't. Okay, good. Okay, let me get that mouse out of here. No. Oh. That last one always gets me. I think that last one is timed differently than the others. No! That one's... That attack's kinda hard to dodge. I really like the absence of a live system. It's something more hacks need to do. Like, I know my hack that I just showed off doesn't do that, but also it's trying to be kind of accurate. Sonic 1 at least a little. Yeah, maybe hard mode wasn't the best choice. For streaming at least. But I'm not gonna turn back. Yeah. I knew I was almost done. Forgot there's an Act 4. This hack's kinda hard on normal mode, so... I love this theme, the song. It's weird. Mickey's the hardest one to dodge, I think. Or at least I haven't figured out how to dodge Mickey yet. Actually, no. Wait, no, I can dodge her pretty well. Yeah, Inferno agrees that this theme's awesome. I think there's a lot of variety in the bosses, which I think is really cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna survive Mickey. Oh, I did. I might make it. Like, this health system definitely works way better for bosses. Oh, nope. Maybe one more? As long as Mickey doesn't show up, that should be good. I think I'm getting lucky with Mickey not showing up. Maybe in one more? No! Okay. I guess I figured this out, didn't I? Yes. Yeah. I like that he just runs away after being defeated. Hey Jay. I like how smooth the signpost spinning animation is. So here's the new level. I think Geonic ROS's Hacks Return of Shadow kind of has a similar idea of the water taking away rings. Like that zone that has that kind of feels like a proto version of this hack, I guess you could say. I'm more familiar with the classic Castlevania music rather than like the Metroidvania Castlevania music. So this kind of stuff's kind of new to me, even though it sounds very Castlevania-y. But yeah, this art just is fantastic. I really like the gold of it makes it feel kind of, you know, ancient, but it's really cool. It's like a nice mix of it's very structural. That's it. Maybe that might be a word for it. That is a pretty simple boss. But I like the effect of the skull on fire. Oops. As you'll eventually see by my boss, like but like I really like rotating effects. And this hack has a lot of that. Alright, I forgot how to do this right. I used to be able to do that, right? So if we're making the demons be Sonic characters, like I know, like the storybook games kind of had like Sonic characters be mythical figures. But I don't know. It's kind of like how Flanders is the devil in The Simpsons. Like, is it just like a coincidence that there happens to be like a demon version and then a regular version of the same character, or is this just a universe where they're just a demon? Oh yeah, this song's awesome. It's not from a game, which is cool. Whenever someone would try to make like a Genesis version of a song that's like not from a game, I'd kind of discourage it. Just cause like if it's a song with vocals, the vocals aren't gonna really translate. But then again, like when it is done right, it's done like it's awesome. Like even like because you don't need vocals to make a good song. And, of course. Or you can make like a really good song that sounds good even without the vocals, which yeah, something I've like figured out in my own work. Like if I ever have vocals in my songs, it's kind of more I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, I like this gimmick. I mean, I don't really like standing around. Like, I'd prefer it if there's less standing around. But, you know, if you're gonna stand around and have a gimmick, that's a good one. Oh shoot, I forgot he's gonna drop right below him. It kind of gets confusing when you have, like, fire effects where, like, some parts of the fire are supposed to... Some of the parts of the fire hurt you and some parts don't. Like... These little yellow fires, they blend in with the explosion graphics, so it's kind of hard to tell where they are. Like, of course, I mean, you can tell their position. I don't know. You can kind of tell where they are, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at explaining this. Nor am I good at playing this boss while trying to explain it. I just need to pay attention, and then I think my issue with this boss is that I'm not paying attention. Oh wait, he's gonna drop below him. Oh shoot, this is like the fire snake for Mario. Oh, yeah, now he drops below him. I got him twice that time. No, he moved. That's not nice. Like, I like these bosses because, you know, they're actually not, like, it's easy to keep yourself from getting hit if you're just paying attention. Like, they just challenge you to pay attention. Which is not something I'm good at doing. Yeah, there we go. I'm really excited to try Catspell's hack. I forgot what that's called, but that has like an original soundtrack. Like, original soundtracks I think were a lot rarer then than they are now, which is pretty cool. Okay, I think I'm just supposed to fall down the pit. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so this got lowered. Yeah, makes sense. Like, I'm not really much of a... Like, this hack, I guess, makes, like, the best out of parts that don't, like, usually work in Sonic games. like the, you know, like pushing a rock, like pushing blocks, that's kind of, you know, you want to go fast, you don't want to stand around and push blocks, but this is so creative with it that, like, it's not as much of a problem. And then that's the same as, like, the bosses. Like, the bosses aren't usually something you consider the best part of the hack, or the best part of a Sonic game. But this, like, just does them so well that, you don't really care. Warning signs is something this hack uses a lot, and, like, ooh, I really like this flashing effect where it inverts the colors. That's super cool. And, like, okay, so those warning symbols, like, that's the kind of thing where it would be cool just to use them as little as possible, just because, you know, anything like, not, like, canon to the game is stuff you want to not have. Just, like, you want to make things as cohesive as possible. Again, I'm bad at explaining things. Okay, this part feels kind of like a placeholder to me. Like, so weird that you'd use monitors as, like, it doesn't feel natural. Like, it's kind of like a basic, you know, person new to hacking thing to use monitors as platforming obstacles. Like, I think they could be replaced with just something that's not a monitor that does the same thing. But, like, that's fine if this was, like, just something added to make it, like, as a placeholder, I guess, is what I mean. So I guess this hack just does a good job of, like, making a slower Sonic game, but still making it fun. Like, a lot of things just, are made to, like, accommodate the slower aspect of the game. And, like, creative things are used, like the multi-hit enemies. Like, if you want a fast game, you don't want multi-hit enemies, because those are just gonna bounce you back and slow you down. Even if you, like, when you successfully hit it. I think that's supposed to be a spring. So that's a bug. Yeah. Is that a monitor? Ooh, secret? Neat. But yeah, this has good level design. I think I noticed a motif of, like, of potions in the bosses in this zone. And, like, I made a boss for this zone, since this is the last zone in the demo, that doesn't use potions. So I guess that's something. I mean, I can change what zone it's in. But maybe if I want to like add in, like I'm still gonna add more bosses, I believe. So if I need to add a boss for this zone, maybe I should think of something potion themed. Kind of sucks that I didn't get a checkpoint before that boss. I really like the fire effect, like how they kind of reach their peak at different points, which is like, you know, it feels very natural. This one's kind of weird how he just disappears and then reappears. Imagine if this is the boss that gets me. Okay, okay. Good, I got the checkpoint this time. I don't know why I didn't get it last time. I really like the eeriness of the music for this act. Beginning, like the music in this was just like masterfully and like just very creatively done. No, that's weird. I'm not getting my health refilled for this one. Okay, I should probably spin dash more. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Wasn't it the same thing as earlier? Well, at least I got this. I'm not gonna question it. Alright, I don't know how to dodge that. Like, it looks really easy to dodge, but maybe it just knows how I'm gonna move. No. Okay, here we go. I think I figured it out. Okay, I guess I can't really... Oh yeah, there's some... I remember there being some, weird angle issues with this. Kinda... I think there should be something to make it clear, like, when the lava is actually a thing you fall through and not something that hurts you. Though, since that's automatic, it's not really much of an issue. It's not like you're gonna decide not to go there. I like this just as like a character battle. You don't see character battles enough. No. Oh, I think normal mode gives you back your health and maybe hard mode doesn't. I thought the only difference in hard mode was just the different number of hit points that the bosses have. I'm doing really well. No! Thought I was gonna kill him. I always feel bad when, like, I get hurt just by the boss entrance. Like, usually you're supposed to hurt the boss during the boss entrance. I like how Sonic's purple. Like, it's cool when hacks do stuff with the lighting. Like Vector Man, that's a game that does cool stuff with lighting. Like, just little touches like that can really add to the feel of the game. Darn it, why'd I jump? Ooh, Yami. Hey. Imagine this on Maniac mode. Yeah. I only have like 2 hit points whenever I start this one. So, this is kind of difficult. Maybe I should see if there's a way for me to get more than 2 hit points for this. I can get less than 2 hit points, I know that. I'll try next time. There we go, 3 hit points. You know what? I didn't save state, but I'm gonna do it. Like, I figured out the pattern, but I'm just not good at doing it flawlessly. Oh. Okay, I have to stay on the opposite end of the arena. Oh, he's gone. What? Stupid. Monitor blocked me. Okay. Philip Murphy's still here. That's nice. I wasn't sure if anyone's still watching until Yami said something. I don't know. Like, the thing about regaining your health right after, like, right before a boss, like, it feels unearned, but if you don't get your health before the boss, it kind of feels like you're just subject to whatever HP you landed here at. Like, when you're playing the level, you don't really think to try to maximize HP for the boss. Like, I guess it makes the HP mean something, but... I don't know, it's a tough thing. So I'm glad this has both options. It'd be better than just choosing one. Saving just in case. I don't want to give in to save. I don't want to give in to save states if I don't have to. Okay, I'm doing it. Jeez, he takes so many hits. Like, I don't remember this being a particularly hard boss. Yeah, okay. I guess I can't do this hack without save states. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, just traverse the level down. Oh. I knew that was coming. This part took a little while to figure out. It's hard to tell when to go fast or when to go slow and be careful. No, because sometimes when you're not careful, you run into that. It's like training you to go fast, and then you jump, and then you go fast, and then you get bounced back. Like, I feel like that maybe could have been telegraphed a little better. Oops. I could probably skip one of those platforms if I got that. No, that part's... I think I'm able to do it right once I just get past that part. Nope. Oh, nope. I failed. Malicious Glance is kind of a weird zone name. Like, it doesn't really describe a landscape, that just describes an expression. No! I wanted to turn around to spin dash, but it bounced me. Anyway, and I wasn't prepared to be bounced. This lava effect, though, is really cool. And I really love the rock textures. Like, I have no idea how that's able to look like that. Oops. Yeah, the difficulty definitely scales. Like, I mean, there's definitely a difficulty curve here. Like, this is definitely harder than the earlier zones. This time we gotta jump up here so that I can spin dash. I almost made it. do I keep doing this? No, yeah, yes, no! This hack is like... I don't remember. Those hacks like 3 zones, but it takes way longer than you'd expect, just because of all the difficulty. I wonder how easy mode deals with this. Does it just like reduce the speed of the lava? Yes, I did it. Probably should have gotten that checkpoint. Well, now I don't want to get the checkpoint. I started with... because I got hurt. I'm not gonna get my health back. Oh wait, this is an easy boss. Those are cool fire effects. Oops. I don't know what game this is from, but it definitely doesn't look like it's from... like, it doesn't look like it's from original sprite. Yeah. Well, especially since I recognize it from the old version. Oops. Why does I have to do this cutscene every time? Like, it's cool the first time. Maybe, like, every time you play the hack. You know, I used save states once, and then I'm gonna just use it just so I don't have to keep watching this cutscene. I always go too far and then it kills me. Like, that's an instant death, I guess, because it traps you. Remember when I said this boss was easy? Philip Murphy says, actually some of the bosses in this are what's divided people. Some find it tough. Man. Yeah, well it is tough. But, like, I don't think whether or not it's tough is really an issue. I think it's more whether or not it's, like, fair. Because, like, if it's tough, you can just... I mean, if it's not fair, you can turn down the volume. If it's tough, you can turn down the difficulty, but if it's, like, not fair, you can turn down the difficulty, too. So I'm not sure what point I'm making. No, stop trapping me back there. Okay, I don't like this boss. Yeah, this hitbox is kind of weird. Like, if you go back there, can it just bounce you up? I mean, if it does, then I guess you can just, like, cheese it by just keep bouncing on it. Let's see if I can get through this on one ring. I believe the boss after this one is mine. Yeah, Sin City is before Malicious Glance. I'm trying to time it. Like, the time is usually, it does something, then you hit it, it does something, then you hit it, but then it does something, I try to hit it, and then it does something again. So you have to be closer, and then it's harder to react. So maybe the thing is I have to make it, like, try to shoot upward where I'm not. Or maybe try to insta-shield it. It's wearing a Gucci belt. Okay. Doesn't seem fair that I can, like, attack immediately after you attack it. I don't know. Well, I guess you can kind of do that, so... you go. If you can hear that, that's my cat. I think it's getting close to her feeding time. Since I developed the boss in this zone, I've been exposed to this song way more than the other ones, and I'm kind of sick of it. Okay, here's my boss. I really like the eyes. How it works is that it's like subject to gravity in the air, but underground it's actually there moving. Like it's not like teleporting or anything, as you can see by the rocks, and so it's just trying to target you. But sometimes it just targets, like this is intended, sometimes it targets the top of the screen, so that way it'll try to fall on you. That might have been an instance of it targeting the top of the screen. But yeah, RHS had some problems with this one, and I think the reason why is that the hitbox of the last segment that you're supposed to hit is the same size as the one in front of it, which can make it easy to just like hit the second to last instead of the last one. Actually, now that I think of it, maybe I did make the last one bigger, I'm not sure. Like, that seems like something I would do. But at least graphically, like, it doesn't feel that, I don't know. Okay, Matrix Master 2, would you like to talk about our Lord Saver mac and cheese? I like mac and cheese. I really like it with, like, sausage in it, something like that. Anyway, I like the rocks. I like how I did the rocks, because, like, that means, like, there's no... That's kind of like a in-universe, indicator of where it is. And it's just a neat graphical effect. Yeah. Wait. What's that? Is that the belt? No, that's not the belt. Did I forget to delete something? I don't remember something looking like that. What is that? What's that there for? Okay. Let's despawn it. Nope, still there. Oh, it's an eye, that's what it is. I might know what this is. When you're doing sub-sprites, it's kind of weird, and it's not really adapted to work with Sonic 3, and that might have been like a leftover. Like the main object I couldn't get really working right, so I just tried to hide it, and maybe I didn't hide it right. Like I use sub-sprites for the, I use subsprites for the particles. I tried using it. I try to use subsprites for anything, just to save like RAM. And so I tried using it for the all the segments, but that didn't really work out since you can't make subsprites like hurt you. Oh, I think I just went in a circle. My least favorite boss is coming up. Oh. This part's confusing because it looks like maybe this is like a leap of faith you're supposed to do, but no, that's just... you're just supposed to turn around. Like, it's not clear that you're supposed to turn around. Ooh, I'm glad I'm going into this boss with full health because I'm not a fan of it, and I'm just gonna save state right here. Like, this first part is fine. Like, I know the pattern. You just go near it, swings, jumps in the air, and then you hit it. The second part isn't forgiving though, and now I think it has more hit points than it did on normal. Also kind of weird that the particles are coming from the axe, like they're axe colored and not colored after like the setting. Like you'd think if he's putting his axe into the ground, that the ground's gonna make the particles, not the axe. Must be a very bad axe. Okay, this part sucks because it's hard to make him not grab you. Like... But I think I figured it out. Maybe I don't even have to do a load state for this. I'd be super proud of myself if I tried to figure this out first try. Nope, there we go, see? It's hard to avoid that. Nope. I have to be closer, I think. Ooh, I got him twice. I'm afraid to go close. Oh, and then he backs up all the way to kill me. Okay, I think the trick is just to get close up to him. So I guess Sonic's, the real threat here is Sonic's fear. This big guy floating torso man. Rayman, I think he is. Some people don't really like gravity gimmicks like this. I mean, it depends on the game, but I like it. I think it opens up like opportunities for very interesting level design. Okay, I think I'm not supposed to do that. This guy again. Wait, I should probably wait until after the cutscene. I'm not a fan of having a thing made out of fire, because like fire is supposed to be something you can't hit, so you don't really know where to hit him. But it turns out his entire body's vulnerable, except for when he is on fire, even though he's always on fire. So that's kind of confusing. Also, you get the spikes turning into words. Wait, do I have... Okay. Ah. Okay. I always have a hard time with like the boss before this, so I haven't really gotten the chance to get used to this boss. And now I only have 2 runes, so things aren't looking good for me. At least it's a big arena. Oh. Probably try spin dashing. Spin dashing is a good way to like dodge fire. Oops. Let's see if I can get more rings. Yeah, there we go. Oops. Wait, I did it. Oh, I did it. Also, I recommend checking out that Discord server. Disappointed it doesn't kill Sonic at the end like the old game. Yeah, that was a lot. Um, so that was my stream. Thanks for checking it out. And yeah, just if you want to hear more from me, and you're not on my Discord server, I have a Discord server in the description. I also said I was gonna link 2 more things in the description, and so I'll link those after I'm done with this. So I guess have a good afternoon or good night or whatever time zone you're in, or whatever time you decide to watch this, if you're watching at a later date or whatever. You know, covering all my bases. So bye.